Hey y'all, it's Bailey and welcome back to the channel for what is going to be an unbagging and review of everything that came inside my Play by Sephora bag for this month, as well as my Ipsy bag. It's been quite like 4 maybe 5 months since I've done one of these. I just kind of got tired of them. I wasn't sure how much you guys were digging them still, so take a little poll, click the eye up here in the corner and take the poll whether you want to keep seeing these. The reason I brought it back was unfortunately not because this month was particularly good, but because with every month that I skipped, at least 2 to 3 people would ask me if I was going to do them for that month. So I thought I'd bring it back, kind of gauge your interest a little bit, as well as give you some reviews of these guys, because even if these aren't my favorite bags, I do think it's useful in the same way that like a product regrets or empties or something like that, where I'm not in love with the products, but I've still used them enough to have an opinion on them. It's still helpful either way. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's start first with the Ipsy bag. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about something that I actually haven't used and probably won't because I use press-on nails. It's a nail polish. This is the Ciate London Gelology Top Coat. I'll probably give this to someone just because I rarely paint my nails. I have no patience for the application, the dry time. It chips like literally the day or maybe 2 days afterwards. So it's just, the juice is not worth the squeeze for me on that one. So rarely paint my nails. This will be going to somebody else. But still a really great value for the money considering the bag is 10 bucks and given Ciate's price point, this easily pays for the bag, if not more so. Next up is another full-size product, I guess. It's not really an amount of product, but it is a tweezer. It's a tool. This is from the brand The Vintage Cosmetic Company, and I can never have too many tweezers. I'm constantly misplacing mine. I always keep one in a travel bag, one in the bathroom. One pair seems to be randomly floating around, but even as I sat down just before this to film, I was like looking around for the tweezer that I normally reach for, none in sight, so I went ahead and grabbed this one, and it's a good tweezer for the most part. It has some weight to it, which is kind of nice. It doesn't feel super flimsy, but the tongs here on the edge aren't super thin either. I do like, I'm more inclined to have these kind of broad edge slanted tweezers than the super precise pointy ones. But when I have a pair like this, I do like for them to be a little bit more precise here on the end, just because for some reason I find with my technique for plucking brow hair or whatever I'm doing with these, I'm less prone to pinching my skin. I'm not sure why that is, but overall, I mean, it's a good addition to the bag and good tweezers in general as far as having tweezers on hand goes. Up next is a lip scrub. This one is from Jelly Pong Pong. It's their coffee and coconut lip scrub. It smells delicious, but it is like a lot of lip scrubs. It's just kind of loose, or like a potted lip scrub where you have to dip your finger in, rub it over your lips, and then wipe it off. After trying Elf's lip scrub in the lipstick format, where you know, twist it up, apply it to your lips, and then kind of either eat it because it's entirely edible, or you wipe it away, that's just the most mess-free application I've ever experienced, aside from a really great chemical exfoliant that I like to use as well. But as far as physical exfoliants goes, that's the most mess-free way I've tried, and so once I've tried, I can't go back. Like, this is just, it's always going to be subpar. Not this particular product, but these loose types of, or potted types of exfoliants in general. 2 more products from Ipsy. One is an eye, or a loose pigment, I suppose. This is from, it's a metal eyeshadow in Age to Perfection Champagne from the brand Star Crushed Minerals. I'm wearing it today. It's very, just as a wash across the lids is the only thing I'm wearing on my eyelids. And I have to say, it's pretty sheer. It's pretty sparkly. So if you want like a wash of, I would say it's finer than glitter, but more distinct than a shimmer. Like, there's definitely individual shimmer chunks in there, which might not appeal to or flatter everyone. That would be what this is good for, but I don't find it being outstanding at doing any of that. Foiled, it would be great. I think it would give a nice high shine metallic finish, but it's not a spectacularly unique shade, or it doesn't, you know, fill a gap in my makeup collection to where I find this is a must-have or anything. And then the last is a sample size, or a deluxe size sample. I'm not really, I guess it's deluxe because a regular sample would be like a packet or something, but this is a Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream, broad spectrum SPF 35. I feel like I've tried this before in a lot of different sample boxes. Or maybe with, you know, gift with purchase kind of freebie things. I've tried this before. It does give a good amount of coverage. I mean, for a BB cream, I typically associate lighter coverage. I would say it's more than anticipated, but I am not a light coverage person to begin with, and I don't wear makeup to exercise or anything, so this doesn't really have a place in my everyday makeup sort of routine. Now onto the Play by Sephora bag. There is a fragrance in here, and unlike past months where you get a spritz sort of fragrance, this one comes in a packet and is actually a wipe. You just get one wipe. It's Wild Orchid by the brand Penrose. It says, unleash your inner troublemaker with this flirty blend of jasmine and gardenia, best worn with a twinkle in your eye. It's very floral, strictly floral, which I personally really love. Might not be for everyone if floral isn't your thing. There's really no deep, because I also like deep musky or amber notes. None of that in here. It's strictly floral, but not too sweet, I guess I would say. Overall, really like it. Then there are quite a few skincare goodies in here. Let's first start off with the one thing that I was probably most excited to try of all the products this month, and it actually no, it's not my favorite, but it's up there. This is the Tarte Friction Stick. It's an exfoliating cleansing stick, and I thought it was gonna be like a physical exfoliant that had granule or like grains in it to exfoliate your skin, but it must be a chemical exfoliant because it's entirely smooth. I apply it directly to my skin, and then when you add water, it foams up nicely and it just removes everything. Really impressed with this and think it's gonna come in super handy with travel. I think it's supposed to be for like an athleisure thing where you put it in your workout bag and use it to cleanse, but this will personally, so that I don't have to put this in a liquids bag, I can just throw this in with the rest of my makeup. Super handy to have when traveling. Then there is a moisturizing SPF. This is from Caudalie, and it is the Resveratrol Face Lifting Moisturizer. Has an SPF of 20, and I think this is okay. It's interesting because it kind of left a slight tackiness on my skin. Not that felt obnoxious, but it didn't make my skin feel like any other SPF when I apply it in the morning. Normally I use Garnier's moisturizing SPF, which is very heavily scented. I do like how minimally scented this was. It's more of an herbal scent, but definitely left a different texture to my skin. It didn't affect the wear time of my makeup or application of my makeup, just kind of a different texture there. Overall though, I didn't notice anything special about it, but I will throw this in my travel bag because I always apply an SPF under my foundation, even if my foundation includes it, because I find, why not? An extra layer of protection. It's easy to mix in with your moisturizer. So I will get some use out of this, but for what I can imagine the price point is on this guy, probably won't purchase the full size. And last for skincare is another BB cream. This is from Boscia, and it's another one that I know I've tried, whether through Ipsy or some other subscription box, and it's okay. It's even lighter coverage than the Smashbox that I talked about earlier from Ipsy. Again though, I just really don't have a huge need for this in my makeup routine, and so might use this on days when I don't care so much about full coverage, but those are kind of few and far between for me, because if I go for a light coverage, I pretty much just don't apply any makeup at all. So we'll see if I make it through this guy, but I have tried it before. Overall, for combo skin, it works out nicely. It doesn't like develop excess dew. Neither this nor the Smashbox does. Performs well, it's just not the kind of coverage that I want for my skin. Last two. One is a hair mask. This is from Way Hair Care treatment mask. I am not big on hair care masks because my natural hair, for those of you who don't know, I got some long extensions in my hair. My natural hair is very fine, and so most everything weighs it down, makes it look greasy and stringy, so I rarely use hydrating products on it, especially treatment masks. And the extensions are just well behaved naturally. Like, maybe I've only had these in for about a month, so they aren't too distressed looking. I don't use a ton of heat styling on them, but maybe if they do start looking a little frayed on the ends, I will use this only on that. By and large, not a huge hair masker. And last is the product that I have been wearing every day since getting this in my Play by Sephora. It's easily the best product from this month, and it's not new. Like, I have just been so late to this party. It's the Almost lipstick from Clinique in Black Honey. Their cult classic shade. And if you have been with me living under the rock that I've been in and you're not familiar with this, it's basically like a tinted lip balm. It's super hydrating. It's the only thing I'm wearing on my lips right now, so it's super easy to apply when you don't have a mirror but you want something nourishing on your lips and you just want a little bit of extra color, specifically in a tinted berry/wine shade. This is absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I have been missing out on this for as long as I have. If there's one thing of all the stuff that I've tried in both the Ipsy and Sephora this month, I would probably repurchase this in the full size, because I've already done, it came to where the product was flush with the top, and I've already done some serious work on it because I've been wearing it so much. I just really love how it feels on the lips, how it hydrates, but it still gives you that little bit of extra color to help polish off a very minimal daytime face look. So that's it from me, guys. I'd really love to hear what products you have gotten in your subscription services this month, whether it's beauty or anything else. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to vote in that poll if you want to see more of these. If you're like, nah, I'm good, let me know by tapping that I and voting in this video's poll, I guess. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys!